guys, it's Kayla here with another process video. It's been a while since I've shared one. I've been doing a lot of haul videos, so I thought I'd break it up and come back and share another process. So I'm having a bit of a play with my gelatos today, and just a warning that this first attempt does not work out. But I thought I'd keep it in the video just to show you that not everything goes right all the time. I think it's just basically the colour combination I used. The gold made it a little bit muddy, so I started again. But what I did was I crayoned the gelatos onto my layout and used a baby wipe to sort of move them around the page and blend them a little. The top one, the hot pink, blended really well, but when I moved into the gold it tended to smudge a little. I did try to fix it, but I just wasn't happy with how it turned out. And I think by adding the water it sort of made it even worse, so I started fresh. And sometimes it's good to just start over. I mean, mistakes are okay. So as you can see now I've started again, and I am using the same colour combination minus the gold this time because I felt that's what made the last attempt a bit muddy. I found in particular that some of the colours blend really well and then some of the colours are a bit harder to move. I'm not sure why this is, and I don't know. I haven't prepared this page with gesso or anything, so I'm not sure if that would help them move around the page or not. I just went for it straight on the cardstock with a baby wipe, so I mean, there are probably better ways of doing it. So what I'm working with today is the new Up in the Clouds collection from Pink Fresh Studio. I took this picture of my niece when I was looking after her, and it was just a really nice, happy picture of her. It looked great in black and white. And since this collection is so colourful, I thought it would work really well with a black and white picture. So at the moment I'm trying to find one of the 12 by 12 papers just to use as a frame for the white cardstock. My overall idea for this layout is that I wanted it to be bright and fun. My niece is 2.5 and she's just got a really bright and bubbly personality, and I really wanted that to show on this layout. I'm not actually sure. This heart vellum that I'm using is, I feel like it's from Dear Lizzie, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be from Love Notes by Crepe Paper, but I've been hoarding it in my stash for ages, and I tend to crack out the vellum on every page, so that's the one I chose to use on this page. Now I'm cutting off about 3/4 of an inch on each side just to make that white paper a bit smaller so that it's framed. Oh, sorry. Now when I use gelatos and apply a medium to the page, it tends to get a bit heavy, so you'll probably see me stick this down and use quite a bit of adhesive because it does buckle a little bit, so I tend to use quite a bit of tape runner. I had intended on using some more of this vellum, and I'm not sure if I ended up putting it on or not. This page was recorded a little while ago, so I'm not sure if I even have put it in an album or not. I'm a little bit shocking when it comes to putting out layouts away. So the hardest part for me in working with a new collection like this is that all the papers I had were 12 by 12, and sometimes it's hard to make that first cut, but I was pretty good with this collection. I had 2 sheets of each, which made it easier. So what I did was to use that bright, bold, colourful design, and as I'd used some of that vellum, it softened down the harshness of the pattern, so I was able to use it without it being too in your face. And I really liked this triangle pattern, but what I did was cut out some of the triangles to use as a design element. Triangles seem to be quite trendy at the moment. I've seen lots of things with triangles, especially in the newest releases, like Journey by Crepe Paper. I noticed there's quite a few triangles. Well, teepees really are a triangle, so. But yeah, this was really super cool. I mean, Pink Fresh, I think this is their first actual paper collection they've come out with, and they did such a great job. I love bright colours, and it's a very me collection. It sort of reminds me of the Love Elsie stuff, the older stuff that was bright and colourful and just had that certain, like, I don't know, elements to it that made it fun. So I'm just doing my favourite technique at the moment, which is that Distress Stain splatters with the picked raspberry. Worked so well with these colours. And I'm using one of these Dear Lizzie gold foam words from the February Scrubbery kits, and I just realised I say a lot, so I'm going to try and stop saying so much in my videos. I did it again. I'm also using the tissue paper from the Scrubbery kits. They come wrapped in this, and it's a fun soft element to add some extra texture to your page. I think I might have done like a 3-layer of tissue paper, so it's quite thick. It's funny how, yes, I spent so much time doing that gelato background, and I have covered the majority of it up. You can only really see it on the right hand side, but that's okay. So I'm at this stage of my layout where I've got my pattern paper layers down. I'm just trying to make the design elements work. Like, I didn't really have a plan. I just went with the flow for this layout, which is sort of unusual for me. I tend to work with a plan most of the time, but I sort of didn't know what direction I was going to take, and it sort of changed as I went along, which is totally fine. So I'm using some of the Black Velvet Hardy Spot Mist, and which helps me. I tend to do it on a diagonal line when I do the mist dots, and that tends to be the way that I embellish as well. I found if I don't keep it to a triangular design, I tend to embellish diagonally. I feel that for me it just works. So what I'm doing now is popping up the photo, or the layers behind the photo and the photo, on some foam tape. I just wanted to give the layout a little bit of extra dimension, and it also gave me the ability to tuck things behind the photo. So you have sort of elements of flat embellishments and then elements of embellishments that are popped up. So now I've got my trusty sewing machine out, and I have to rethread it pretty much every time I get it out because I have it on the floor next to my desk, and my son gets down there and likes to pull the thread out and play with it. So don't worry, it is turned off and he cannot sew with it. But yeah, he likes to unthread my sewing machine all the time. So that I end up having to rethread it every single time I use it, which is a pain in the butt, but that's okay. Because he doesn't get in too much. I've had to baby-proof my scrap area, but the sewing machine has to sit beside my desk. There's nowhere else for it, and it doesn't have room to sit on my desk all the time, so it's one of the sacrifices I have to make. I only have a very small area out to scrapbook in. So what I'm going to do is sew around the edges of my layout, and then I'm also going to sew on around the photo a little bit and also on some of those triangles, I believe. I've been liking mixing it up a little with the sewing and doing a bit of straight stitching as well as some zigzag. I really want to experiment with different coloured thread. I usually use white, but I need to get some gold thread because I really think that the gold would look beautiful on some of these layouts. I love that handmade element that stitching adds. I mean, it can make a layout look like you've spent so long making it when really it doesn't take that long. It's easier if you have your sewing machine set up all the time, but I'm saying lots of ums. It's just a really easy way to add some texture. I think I really struggled to put that label on. What I ended up doing was running it through my typewriter, I think, maybe, with some journaling on it, or maybe I did some handwriting, I'm not sure. I think I had a lot of trouble deciding where to place that label. As you can see, the video just stopped, and I did use my typewriter to type on it and placed it back on the right hand side of the layout. Now I'm adding some washi tape and one of those wooden flag banners from the collection, and I just added some twine to make it look like it was attached. I don't like things with holes and things with tags that don't have twine through them. It's just my thing. I just can't, to me they don't feel finished otherwise. I also used some of the chipboard hearts from a Studio Calico kit from January or February, I think. Now I'm getting out the puffy stickers from the collection. I love puffy stickers, they're so cute. I'm just adding a few. I really like the little rainbow, and there's a little bow and a little cluster of flowers which were really gorgeous, so I added those in. As I said earlier, I just wanted to make this layout really bright and fun, like my niece is, so I add lots of little fun embellishments. They just show her personality. I'm adding some of these wood veneer stars from Studio Calico. I've had these in my stash for a long time and they are my favourite wood veneers. So I'm just adding a few of those here and there, and I'm pretty sure I also added some enamel dots maybe, or maybe I haven't added them yet. I just added a few of the stars clustered on the right hand side and left hand side of the layout in those clusters there. And now I'm adding some phrases with the Dear Lizzie phrase stamp. I'm a bit obsessed with phrase stamps at the moment. I've got so many in my collection, but they're really handy and I really like double stamping. I have a lot of fun with that. And a layout is simply not complete without some tiny word stickers. So I added some of those, and they are the pink ones. Now I'm not sure what collection they're from, but I have quite a few packets of them. And now adding some enamel dots, and these are the ones from Spotlight. They're like French feel maybe. They come with gold and silver and whatnot. So there's my layout, and I really hope you liked seeing my process of creating it. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.